bubble volcano. The sun shone brightly over the candy clay hills where the Mountain Muffin Fair was just moments away from opening. The center of attention was a magnificent cake volcano, shaped like a tall mountain of chocolate sponge and pink frosting. Everyone waited for the traditional celebration puff, a gentle burst of glittery steam that signaled the start of the festivities. But the mountain remained perfectly still. Nia, wearing her favorite long-sleeved apron over her comfortable yellow sweater, drummed her fingers on the table. Beside her, Jasper held a wooden whisk like a royal scepter, ready to make his best whoosh sound effects. "Maybe it needs a little help," Nia suggested. She reached out and gently shook the table, hoping to nudge the volcano into action. Suddenly, a cloud of rainbow sprinkles erupted from a nearby bowl, coating Jasper's apron in tiny sugary dots, but the volcano stayed silent. Zing the gecko skittered across a chocolate boulder, flicking his tail in confusion as Spoon Spark, the living wooden spoon, began to glow with a soft light. "Wiggling and jiggling won't make a mountain move," Spoon Spark chirped in a rhythmic wooden voice. "You need the power of the hidden bubbles." Chef Toma walked over, carrying a tray of small glass jars filled with colorful syrups. He wore a deep blue apron and a warm smile that made the kitchen feel like the safest place in the world. "Spoon Spark is right," the chef said, setting down a jar of thick neon purple berry jam. "Think of the world deep beneath our feet, like a giant, worn kitchen. It's so hot down there that even hard rocks turn into runny, thick soup. We call that soup magma." He pointed toward the transparent base of the cake volcano, where a neon X-ray layer showed glowing beads of light moving slowly inside. "But the soup can't move on its own. It needs some friends to help it climb." Jasper tilted his head, watching the glowing beads. "Are those the bubbles?" "Exactly," Chef Toma replied. "Gas bubbles form inside that hot, runny rock. When they grow and gather, they want to go up, up, up. They push the runny rock with them as they rise." Nia wanted to try. She quickly stirred some thin, watery juice into a small test model volcano, creating hundreds of tiny bubbles. But as soon as they formed, they simply floated to the surface and popped with a tiny hiss. There was no puff at all. "The bubbles are escaping too fast," Nia noticed. Spoon Spark tapped the edge of the bowl. "Bubbles need room to grow before they can go. If the soup is too thin, they slip right through." They adjusted their recipe, mixing the thick purple jam with a bit of heavy cream until it felt like slow-moving lava. This time, as Nia stirred, the bubbles didn't just pop, they gathered together, growing bigger and brighter in the neon X-ray layer of the cake. The thick mixture began to rise slowly, bulging toward the top of the candy clay mountain. Nia and Jasper stayed focused on the movement, seeing how the trapped gas was forcing the magma higher and higher. "It's working," Jasper whispered, making a low, rumbling sound in his throat to match the tension. "They're pushing it up." Zing the gecko watched from his nearby rock, his tail twitching in excitement. The fair organizers were starting to look at their watches. The Mountain Muffin Fair needed its opening puff. Nia gave the mixture one final, gentle stir with Spoon Spark, ensuring the bubbles were packed tight in the thick, sweet soup. They poured the special mixture into the heart of the cake volcano. Inside the mountain, the neon bubbles grew large, shoving against the chocolate walls. With a soft, happy pop puff, a cloud of sparkling silver steam billowed out from the top of the volcano, drifting over the candy clay hills like a glittery blanket. The crowd cheered, and the music of the fair began to play. Nia and Jasper high-fived, They had learned the secret of the mountain. It wasn't magic that made it puff, but the teamwork of hot, runny rock and the powerful pushing bubbles hidden deep inside.